Just forgot my water. I forgot my water. Hi guys. Saludos. Almost forgot my water. There we go. There we go. Ya nos estamos alistando, getting ready. Hi guys. Good evening. So excited. We are going to be hearing a lot about and learning about el son de la bruja, my very, very favorite, mi favorito, el son de la bruja. It's amazing how many people love that son, isn't it? Es muy sorprendente cuánta gente le gusta el son de la bruja. I thought I was the crazy one. Es un son muy, muy, muy bonito. It's a beautiful son from Veracruz. Hola. Hi guys, I'm so excited. So I don't know if you've noticed, no sé si saben esto de mí, que yo todos los años hago una coreografía nueva para la bruja, a veces también para la llorona, pero para la bruja de seguro, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I always choreograph a new dance piece every year for la bruja. It's my absolute favorite. Es mi favorito. Definitivamente mi favorito. And I get a lot of requests asking for the step, asking for choreography. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a live and we'll just talk about it. We'll learn about it. I'll show you guys some steps. I'll show you guys some combinations and also the skirt work. Que hay muchos que me preguntan, me hacen peticiones para pasos de la bruja, coreografía de la bruja, y pues vamos a tomar tiempo, ¿no? Para repasar unos pasos, unas secuencias y también faldeo. I think as far as the skirt work, you know what? I'm going to, when we get to it, I'm going to explain a little bit about everything because I think a lot of people don't know that in Veracruz, there is no official skirt work per se. There's skirt movement, but not skirt work. There's no faldeo. Algo que no sabe la gente es que en Veracruz, en Sotavento, en el son de la bruja no hay faldeo, así como se ve en lo de Jalisco. Hay movimiento de la falda, pero no hay faldeo. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit. I want to let you guys know that Bruja is actually originated in Oaxaca. I don't know if you guys know that. La Bruja, el origen es de Oaxaca, no de Veracruz. So yeah, the son is hola, bendiciones. Gracias, bendiciones para todos, para usted también. Muchas gracias. Sí, el son de la bruja, el origen es de Oaxaca, no de Veracruz. Y no era hasta deja ver, porque siempre hago mis investigaciones, no me pongo a estudiar sobre todo lo que yo pongo de coreografía. I always do my research before I actually do choreographies, guys. It's important, you know, when you're trying to do choreographies to look into the history of the dance, of history of the music. Hola, aquí estoy en California también. Lucia, hola. Yeah, it's really important to do your research, you know, to check where the music, the history of the music, the history of the dance, the history of the dance steps. Es muy importante. So, en 1954 es cuando el son de la bruja de Oaxaca se puso con música instrumental de son jarocho, que le pusieron la jarana, el arpa y todo. Entonces es cuando ya es como la conocemos hoy, ¿no? Como de Veracruz, porque cuando se grabó primeramente la música, se grabó como son jarocho. So, yeah, in 1954, La Bruja was recorded for the very first time with instruments from son jarocho, from music from Veracruz. So that's why we know it from Veracruz, because originally, like I said, origin for Oaxaca, but it was never recorded until 1954. So very interesting. We know it, obviously we know it as a son de Veracruz, but well, that's thanks to let's see, Grupo Tierra Blanca. That was the first son jarocho group that recorded it. ¿Me puedes decir cómo me va a ir este año que viene? A ver, quisiera poder ser adivina, ¿no? I would love to know. Yo pienso que te va a ir rete bonito. Muy, muy bonito. I think it's going to be a beautiful 2023, a new year. It's going to be awesome. Y pues si lo piensas aquí, y es de meterte aquí en el corazón que ay, quieres lo mejor para ti, para tu familia, para tus amigos, para tu vida. O sea, tú puedes, o sea, va a ser un 2023, un año muy bonito. Okay. So yeah, I was letting you guys know on the origin of the, La Bruja, the son. And it's interesting because we know La Bruja because of Amalia Hernandez, like the characteristics of La Bruja. It's because in the 1950s that Amalia Hernandez introduced it in a different way, because originally, let's say, usan veladora, ¿no? Se usa veladora en la cabeza, and es porque en 1950s, cuando empezó Amalia Hernández y presentó a Veracruz, presentó a La Bruja, la presentó con mujeres y la presentó con una veladora en la cabeza. So yeah, Amalia Hernández in the 1950s, she presented La Bruja to all of us, all women, and the women have, like a lit candle on the top of their head balanced. But originally, we used to be women and men that danced La Bruja. Originalmente eran mujeres y también hombres que bailaban La Bruja. So I don't know if, very interesting. The women used to use the glass, un vaso. Antes las mujeres y hombres también bailaban La Bruja. Antes de Amalia Hernández, o sea, se acostumbraba que la mujer llevaba el vaso de agua. It would be a glass filled with water y un clavel rojo with a red carnation inside. And the men would actually dance it as well. And they would dance it with a bottle of beer on their head. Y también los hombres la bailaban, pero ellos usaban una botella de cerveza en la cabeza, todo balanceado. So, a lot has changed throughout the year. Mucho ha cambiado sobre los años. Y se ha evolucionado La Bruja, pero saludos y bendiciones, Lucía. But a lot remains the same, no? We still use some of the white dresses. We still use either the candles or the water to balance on the head. And if you've seen my Bruja, my Bruja is a further evolution, no? Si han visto La Bruja que yo he presentado este año y años en pasado, es otra evolución de La Bruja también, porque mi estilo es contemporáneo, entonces yo como mezclo lo contemporáneo, el baile contemporáneo. I mix the genre of contemporary dance with what is traditionally known in the folklorico world, with the dance from Veracruz, from, using el son de La Bruja. So, yeah, tonight I'm going to stick a little bit with more of the traditional stuff. Voy a tratar de tenderme más a lo tradicional hoy en la noche para pues hay que siempre empezar con lo básico, con las raíces, ¿no? Y así empiezo con mis estudiantes también. I always start with my students with like the basic step. I said this is how we normally would dance it, and I choreograph like a normal, like a traditional version per se. Siempre trato de hacer una coreografía más tendida a lo tradicional, pero ya para cuando viene Día de los Muertos, I like, woo, es cuando ahí sí le meto mucho contemporáneo. So yeah, I'll try to stick to the traditional stuff, but there's lots of versions of La Bruja. Hay muchas versiones de La Bruja. Y por decir the actual region that that we're going to be looking at for La Bruja is from the Sotavento region, which is in southern Veracruz. So La Bruja, el son de La Bruja viene, pues ya sabemos que el origen de Oaxaca, y ya cuando se hizo son jarocho se usa mucho y está visto la creación fue del sur de Veracruz, que es la región de Sotavento. So yeah, I'm not used to talking. I'm used to dancing more than I talk. So I think we'll start with the basic steps. Vamos a empezar con los pasos básicos. Luego voy a aumentar y hacer unas combinaciones. So hopefully you guys are prepared and you have your folclórico shoes on. Espero que estén preparados, tienen sus zapatos. Y pues una versión muy conocida, a very well-known version is from Tlenhuicani. Tlenhuicani is a son jarocho group that is based out of Veracruz. So yeah, they've been around for a very long time. The Universidad de la UDV, la Universidad de Veracruz, uses them as their main conjunto jarocho. So we'll do a sound check. Okay, so I hope you guys are ready, okay? So what I'm going to do is, this is all new to me. I've never done a live tutorial in this manner, so I'm thinking that I'm going to explain the step first. Voy a explicar el paso primero en lento, porque nunca he hecho un tutorial en vivo antes, so es la primera vez. So you guys feel free to comment and let me know what you guys need, what you want. So we're going to do steps. We're going to do steps with music. We're going to do combination with music. We'll do some skirt work. I'll add the skirt work later. We'll do some skirt movement. And we'll keep it really, really easy. Lo vamos a tener, o sea, lo básico para que puedan adaptar y aprenderlo rápido. And then at the end, I will add, we use, in my group and myself to learn, we use a bottle with rice in it and sealed on the top to balance on our head. And the reason is because en el ensayo, o sea, no usamos nada de vidrio, porque si se cae y quebra, pues es mucho para estar limpiando y pues poco peligroso, ¿no? So the reason that we use this during our classes, and I use it to teach and just to practice, is because if it falls, it doesn't break, and glass goes everywhere, and it's dangerous and it's not safe. So for shows though, we do use we do use the glass ones, or there's like a metal, we change it up. We don't use bottles or plastic. So yeah, so basic step de la bruja. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. I love bailes folclóricos. Me too. Me too. Okay. El paso básico, y lo tengo ahí como tutorial arriba de mi página. It's the basic, it's remate. We'll start with the left. So remate, tacón, metatarso, and then we're here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's 3. 1, 2, 3. Es cepillado. It's brushed. Okay, cepillado means you're dragging with the ball of your foot. Es metatarso para agarrar el cepillado. Okay, so in 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we start right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so on the right, 1, 2, 3, and that's flat, heel, brush. Flat, heel, brush. Okay, so when we alternate, hacemos uno y uno con el izquierdo y el derecho, es remate, tacón, metatarso. Remate, tacón, metatarso, and that's flat, heel, brush, flat, heel, brush, flat, heel, brush, planta, toda la planta, tacón, metatarso. All right, so let's try that much with music. I'm gonna put on, okay? Hopefully you guys can hear my step and the music. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. All right. How do we do? Did you guys try it? You guys want another step? I don't know how fast I should go. We'll try that one more time, okay? In case you guys are trying it with me. All right. So one more time, we're gonna add a different step. All right. Here we go. On the left. All right, guys. So that's just your basic cepillado, but it's very, very slow. So yeah, next step, I'm going to teach you, we're going to do cepillado lateral. We're going to go sideways. And let's see, we'll do doubles. Dos cepillados and then switch. So if we're going to start on the left again, we'll just keep starting on the left so you guys remember. We're going to go here in a diagonal. Heel, brush. And on the brush, you're gonna, oh, you probably can't see it. Let me do it this way. This time you're not gonna go 1, 2, 3. And you're gonna stay on the ball of your foot. Okay, se van a quedar en el metatarso después de cepillar. Once you brush, you're gonna stay on the ball of your foot. So you're gonna go flat, heel, ball of your foot. Otra vez, planta, tacón, metatarso. From here, you're going to repeat. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. On the same foot. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? On the same foot. Now let's try on the right. We're going to go flat, planta, tacón, metatarso, planta. Notice el tacón se queda arriba, the heel stays up, it does not come down for these when we're doing multiples on the same leg. So, planta, tacón, metatarso, planta, tacón, metatarso. And as you're coming back to the ball of your foot, you still brush, but you stay up with the heel up. Cuando hay que cepillar tantito y quedar en el metatarso. So if we're repeating on the right, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do a combination. We're gonna do 2 and 2. Okay, what that looks like, you're gonna go start left. 1, 2, and then you're going to start right. 1, 2, and on 2 you're going to switch. 1, 2, 1, 2, and we'll just go 4 times. So I like to diagonal these. You can keep them straight. You can go here. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try that with the music, And that is cepillado, son dobles. There's cepillado twice on each leg, and it's alternating. Hi, let me see. I'm so blind without my glasses now. It says, hi, Athena. Oh my gosh, I totally, I recognize the last name. Hi, cuties. Just got the number 1. Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you so much, guys. So we're gonna keep going with this. I'm gonna add the music now, okay? So you guys try to keep up. I'm gonna go 2 straight. We're gonna go left twice, right twice, angle and angle, and repeat. Okay, so everything in 2s, doble cepillado. We're gonna todo en dos. Y vamos a hacer 2 derechos, izquierdo, derecho, y luego en diagonal. And then se va a repetir. So straight, straight, diagonal, diagonal, repeat. Okay, and I'm gonna put on the music and we'll try it. You guys try it with me, okay? We'll do it twice and then we'll move on to another step, okay? That way you guys get, you know, an idea of different things that you guys can do with the dance. Here we go. Left. All right, how'd you guys do? Yeah, I hope you guys are trying it. If not, take some notes. It's good to take notes. You learn the step name. Like we're working with cepillado, so you can always do single cepillados, double cepillado, you know, as options for steps for the dance. So let's try that one more time, and then I'll introduce another step, which you guys should probably already know. The basic carretilla is an easy one, but we'll go over it. Okay, we're gonna go on the left again, and last one. Sorry, my bad. I was gonna do a turn. I'm like, I haven't tried it yet. Okay, so carretilla. Okay, so let's go with carretilla, guys. Yes, it's Bruja. I'm going over different steps that you can use, and you know, the great thing about these steps is you can put them in any order you want. If you want to, you know, create your own choreography for your group or just for yourself. Yeah, it's a great thing. That's why, you know, it's good to refresh it, you know, if you have a group and just try a different version, and we'll play around with different versions because you would be amazed. A lot of European bands also play La Bruja, and there's all sorts of beautiful instruments that they've added to it. So hay muchos grupos musicales en Europa que también han adaptado La Bruja y pues le han metido muchos diferentes tipos de instrumentos, y pues la melodía es la misma, pero obviamente es un sonido, unas composiciones pues lindísimas. So here we go. Let's do, what did I say? Carretilla. Okay, carretilla. Some people, I guess, they call them seguiditas, so it's the exact same thing. If you know them as seguiditas, it's the same as carretilla. So again, we'll start on the left, and you're just going to double. This is, remember, we start from slow, and then you shift your weight. So that's carretilla. Hola. ¿Qué me pasó? What does that say? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Ah, sí, mucho tiempo. Saludo. Oh my gosh. I know I haven't. Saludos hasta el Grullo, Jalisco. Saludos. Feliz Año Nuevo y feliz Navidad. Ay, gusto en saludarte. Okay, so yeah, carretilla. Are we good? Can we just add that to the music? Does anybody, if you guys need to see de un estudio, ahí rentamos espacio. Saludos desde Nueva York. Ah, nice. Saludos desde California. All right. Ok. Ahí vamos. Ahora hay que usar otra versión, ¿no? Ahora sí, vamos a pasos. Faldeo. Y al último ya. A ver si hay ahí un botecito o algo para equilibrar, to balance. Let's see. I'm so tempted to use a contemporary one, guys. I don't know. Can you guys handle that? Si le pongo una contemporáneo, pueden seguir. Okay, let's see. Let's try this one. Let's see. All right. Here we go. We're going to give it a little entrance, okay? Ya sabemos que en muchos de los sones jaroches hay que hacer una entrada, un paseo. So we're going to go ahead and do that at the beginning. And then we'll start with, again, cepillado sencillo. We'll do some doubles. We'll do some vueltas. Planta con punta. And laterales y con vueltas. And then we'll add the bottle. Here we go. Entrance. All right, guys, are you ready to end this? To end this with the bottle on our head? We'll go get your cup. ¿Cuántos son las clases? Depende del nivel. Depende del nivel del estudiante, del bailarín o bailarina. Si gusta, o primero bailamos, ensayamos los viernes de 6 a 9 p.m. Y hay horario diferente, depende si es principiante, intermediario, avanzado. Y los domingos ensayamos de 10 de la mañana hasta 2 de la tarde. También dependiendo el horario, depende del nivel. And si gustan, lo más fácil es que vaya a mi Instagram y mande mensaje por DM. Y así le puedo dar el precio de las clases, porque también depende si es un bailarín o si son hermano y hermana, si son más de uno. Estoy aquí en Carson, California. Aquí en Carson vivo y aquí doy las clases y pues nos presentamos donde quiera, ¿no? So, yeah. Voy a terminar ahorita vamos a poner una bruja más contemporánea. We're going to do like a contemporary version of la bruja, pero con los mismos pasos que les acabo de enseñar y el mismo faldeo para que vean que entre el mismo son en diferente estilo se pueden usar los mismos pasos. I want you to see that using a contemporary son of la bruja or versus an old one, using the same steps in skirt work, you can still develop your own choreography. So do you guys do Michoacan region? Yes. We actually started, the advanced group actually started back in March. We started with Viejitos de Michoacan, and that's what we took to Knott's Berry Farm. So yeah, that was, for the advanced, that was what they first showcased was Michoacan. So we do everything. Bailamos de todo. Bailamos de Michoacán, Guerrero, Chiapas, Jalisco, Sinaloa, Nayarit, Oaxaca, Veracruz, Puebla, los Huastecas de Tamaulipas, Puebla, Veracruz, o sea, yeah, Chihuahua, Durango, Calabaciado de Baja California. Yeah, we do. I try to mix it up, Campeche, Yucatan. I get bored too. So I like a lot of variety. I like our spring show to be different than our summer show, to be different than our fall show. Me gusta que en la primavera y el verano y el invierno sean diferentes presentaciones, que tengamos diferentes cuadros que presentemos, pues. So, yes, we do private events. Sí, también hacemos eventos privados, quinceañeras, bodas, fiestas, bautizos, de todo. También diferentes eventos. Son casi 7 horas. Yo estoy observando. ¡Ay, qué lejos! Estás hasta allá, para rumbos de Sacramento. Oh, my gosh. Qué bonito fuera que hubiera un evento grande allá para poder irnos a presentarnos allá donde estás. Ya tenemos ganas de salirnos más lejos a ver qué, a ver qué dice 2023, porque el 2022, pues este año salimos a Hollywood, Los Ángeles, Riverside, San Pedro, San Bernardino, allá para San Fernando, o sea... Pero pues ya a ver qué nos toca, a ver si algo más lejecitos. Me gustaría Vegas, así para San Francisco, algo más lejitos. I'm in Utah. Oh my God, I just went to Utah in the summer. I went to Zion, I went to Bryce, I went to the ghost town, which was one of my favorites. Tengo un video de la bruja from Utah in the ghost town. I recorded la bruja there. I'll have to repost it because it was creepy there. It was really creepy, but I love the way the video came out. I mean, I'm in my practice skirt because I take it everywhere, but I'm just going to repost it so you see it. It's really, I really had a good time over in Utah. I can't wait. I actually walked the Narrows. That was so awesome to walk the Narrows in Mount Zion. And there's nothing here. Are you saying in Utah? What? It's beautiful in Utah. Oh my gosh. There's just a lot of national parks, national landmarks, and there's a lot of red dirt. That was really awesome. Yo estoy en Eugene, Oregon. Oh my God. No he ido a Oregon desde que era niña. Y me acuerdo que había que estaba bonito, pero no me tocó visitar muchos lugares. Hasta eso, me hace que fue porque mi papá tenía que ir a trabajar. Riverside. Well, yeah, we were just at a Riverside Festival of Lights. Did you guys catch us there? We were there December 18th. El 18 de diciembre estábamos en Riverside para el Festival de las Luces. Nos tocó mucha gente ahí. La audiencia estuvo muy bonito. A very good support. Lots of audience members. It was just really good. ¿Cuándo estás de Canoga Park, Valle de San Fernando? Pues no sé, acabamos de ir. ¿Dónde estuvimos? En un museo, una biblioteca allá para San Fernando. ¿Dónde es? Oh my God, what was it called? Allá para Oh, in North Hills. Estuvimos en North Hills y hemos hecho varias bodas allá en San Fernando. Yes, post it. Yeah, I'll repost that Bruja video for you guys to see from the ghost town. Just with the Tlenwicani version, because it just fits it so well. Nothing like folklorico. Oh, I got you. Yeah, you're right. We got to get a lot more Mexicans out there, right? I would love to live in Utah, but you're right. It would be really hard to get a group going. I think, you have to get one of those little towns that are already really built up, and well, yeah. Oh, that sucks. Saludos desde Colorado. Wow. Saludos. I want to start doing folklorico, but I don't know if I should. I am scared of going into classes and them judging. Honestly, it doesn't matter where you go into, people judge. That's the truth. You can go into the grocery, people judge. You can go into In-N-Out, McDonald's. You can go into your school, your classroom, the park. That you can't really ever get away from it. What I always tell people is that if you really want to do something, you know what? It doesn't matter what people say, the looks or comments you get. That's anywhere you go. I mean, I've been doing folklorico, in particular this genre, for 28 years. When I started, it was the same. I started with zero, knowing nothing, with a bunch of people that I didn't know. When I danced in company, that was even harder because, who wants, I was a lot, I weighed a lot more back then. And compared to the dancers, I was a lot older. And people say things and they're mean and everything. But I've always been the kind of person that, like, when I get, I have like a goal in mind, I don't care. I do not care if you don't like me or if you think I suck or I'm not good at something, because I know that what I'm there for is going to help me to be a better me. And that's what's important. So I encourage you to get out there, all you need to do is make one friend. And that's not that hard to get along with one person and, in a room full. It's not that hard. That's what, when I danced in company, my best friend now, when we're friends now for 18 years, and she was the one person that didn't stick her nose up at me and the one person that talked to me, and she's my assistant now. So can you imagine? We've been dancing for 18 years. So all it takes is one person. So don't think of it as a whole group and a whole room of people. It's just, you go in, mindset. I want to learn folklorico. I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to be a happier person because of it. So you're doing it for you, not for all those other people, So anyways, that's my little bit of advice, because I've been in lots of groups, as a guest, or like I said, companies are a little harsher, I know, but it's just, who cares? It's you're the what's important, what makes you happy and what you're going to get out of it. So soy la mamá de Noelani. Saludos. Oh my gosh. Ay, qué hermosa. Ya me tocó verla 2 veces cuando fui a Hollywood y también en Riverside para Día de los Muertos. Increíble, que lindo que esté bailando todavía. Saludos, feliz año nuevo. Espero que se la hayan pasado muy, muy bonito en Navidad. Hola, Islos. Hey, my neighbor. What's up? We're in San Pedro. Did you perform? Oh, we did the Dia de los Muertos de San Pedro. We did the Day of the Dead festival in San Pedro. So that was, what is that, in November? Was that in November? Yeah, that was in November. We did the San Pedro one and the Hollywood Forever Day of the Dead. I was a guest at the Riverside one, but I didn't take the group. Yes, haters are going to hate. You know what? I get a lot of hate on all social media as well. So you don't even have to walk into the room. People would they be dropping their messages, DMing me, or putting their comments on my videos. And I'm like, you know what? I'm on here because you guys want to learn something, or I'm just sharing something, hoping that, that dance or whatever makes you happy, to encourage you to do it. So I'm on here because I love to dance and I love to share what I do, and I love to encourage other people and motivate them to do the same thing with whatever it is. It doesn't have to be dance. All professionals were once beginners. That is so true. That is so true. I get that, people are like, oh my gosh, I don't consider myself a professional. I mean, technically, because I do get paid for what I do gigs and work with musicians. I'm technically a professional, but to say like, I think of myself as a professional, I don't. I just love what I do. But I remember like learning that Jalisco step for the first time when I first started. That was the very first thing I learned when I started Folklorico when I was 19. I learned Jalisco step, and I was like, oh my gosh, it took me like 3 days. And I was like, so not used to not getting something right away. Cause after having done cheer and drill team and tall flag, and even coaching those things and doing jazz and everything else, I was like, oh my God, why this is like the technique is like so different than other genres of dance. So yeah, it was hard. I was a beginner. Yes, a long, long time ago. But yes, we all start from zero. My kind of people, yay, Folklorico TikTok, right? Woo! Yo tengo 51 años y no sé bailar muy bien, pero no me importa. Yo me voy a desfilar bailando. Awesome. Así hay que hacerle, ¿no? Porque, yeah. Lo bonito es que hay que bailar, hay que disfrutar, hay que despejar, hay que relajarnos. The important thing is, like, it's not that you know how to dance everything or, perfect or whatever, even good. It's that when you dance, you just let it all go and you're free and you let go of the stress and you let go of your problems and you just have fun. That's what's important. So nice. What does that say? We're there. You're there. What does that mean? Are you gonna come down and check us out? You're gonna come join a class? I hope so. Like I said, we're Friday nights and Sunday mornings. DM me on Instagram. I can give you my phone number, and we can keep in touch better that way. It's so hard through this, especially TikTok. I can't keep track of my messages. Hollywood Forever was the best one. Oh, that was your favorite? It was super exciting. Super exciting. That is definitely, I think I've been there, Hollywood Forever, I want to say about maybe 17 times since I started. We had like a reoccurring, like spot at Hollywood Forever. So the group that I was in, it's the same group that I have now, but it was formerly known as Shana. And when the director stepped away, I kept going with the group. So, yeah, I've been there, and it's definitely one of my favorites too. Don't be so modest. I'm sure you're really good. I think I'm okay. I just go by what all my followers, my students tell me. And honestly, I feel like I'm the best dancer to myself when I choreograph and dance something, and like, I like it makes me cry when I dance something with feeling, and like I'm left at the end just like so emotional. To me, I'm like, oh, I did pretty good, because like that's like, oh, like everything I had in my head and everything I felt in here, and I choreographed it and I poured it into, and I created this dance piece, and then I dance it and I feel it and I'm like crying. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty good. At least at that moment, I'm pretty good. So, do you have a dance studio? If so location LA based. I don't have a dance studio yet. That is one of my goals in, my lifetime goals. I do hope that one day I get to own or run a dance studio, but no, we rent studio space out of the Sabor de Mexico dance studio in Carson. So we have our time slots Friday nights 6 to 9 and Sunday mornings 10 to 2. So that's when Nea Arts is in that studio. So yes, I have 3 classes on Friday and 3 classes on Sunday. You are very welcome to come and try a class. DM me on Instagram. I can give you my phone number. I can give you the studio address. I love folklorico. I wish my daughter would love it like I do. You know what? It's so hard with kids. I have 3 kids. My daughter is 22. One of my sons, he is 20. And my youngest boy, he is 13. And all 3 of them danced. I think both of my older kids danced about 6 years. And my youngest danced for about 8 years. And none of them love it like I do. None of them dance anymore. They all dance, I guess they say, Mom, we dance for you. We did our time, but it's not our thing. It's really hard to hear because I was hoping out of the 3 there'd be 1, but that's okay. That's okay. You know, they all give it a shot, and I respect that. Each one of them will have like their own passions. What I'm really, really excited about is my niece. I don't know if you've seen some of the videos that my niece is in. I just uploaded one, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, where she's in her pajamas and I have her zapateando the zapateado veracruzano. And I already had a little skirt made. She joined us on the 2 shows. She had a little folklorico skirt on, and I've made some tocados for her. So I'm really hoping, and I feel really blessed that both my brother and my brother's girlfriend, they're very on board for her to, you know, be nurtured in that dance environment. She's at every single one of our practices. She loves zapateado. She loves son jarocho. She falls. That's like her, like if she's crying, you just put on zapateados and son jarocho. And I say zapateado because like she likes like the actual stomping. It quiets her up in a second. Like she's boom. And like instead of bedtime music, she loves son jarocho music. Like that puts her to bed to sleep. Like it's so crazy. But so fingers crossed, you guys, you know, keep tabs, because, you know, this little bitty baby that can't even sit up yet, she can't even crawl yet. You know, I have her working on her café con pan and her zapateado and skirt work and everything. And who knows? You know, that could be the, I don't know, you know, instead of my kids, but my niece, that would be really cool if she ends up loving it, you know, as much or more, who knows. Did you learn folklorico there in the U.S. or here in Mexico? I learned folklorico here in the U.S. Actually, I started here in my hometown in Carson, and it would go to a group in Wilmington. But I did take classes, you know, like from a teacher in Guadalajara, lots of maestros de diferentes estados de Mexico, a lot of teachers that would come from Mexico and teach. So I did a lot of workshops when I was starting, like Sinaloa, teacher came, Baja California. So I did workshops for like Baja, Calabaciado, Sinaloa, Costa, Jalisco, Guerrero with, I don't know if you guys know Juan Carranza. I did a workshop with him here in Hollenbeck Park. So I know a lot of teachers, a lot of the older teachers, and those are the ones that, you know, that a lot of those teachers, they actually founded Folklorico. So they're considered the Folklorico founders. So I was very blessed. I'm very, very blessed to have learned from them. So even though I learned here, technically, you know, all the maestros were from Mexico. It's not like now where you go into a folklorico class and most of the teachers are from here and they've never trained with anybody from Mexico or even been to Mexico. I mean, I've been blessed enough to go to a Congreso twice already, the one from Nuevo León, the one from Tabasco. God willing, I'll be in Veracruz next July for the Congreso there. So I'd like to say that all my inspiration is from teachers and groups from Mexico. I don't do research. I don't copy groups from here. I don't do any research on any or learn from any of the teachers that are not from Mexico. So yeah, a contemporary is a different thing, you know. Todo lo que yo he aprendido han sido de los fundadores, la mayoría de los fundadores de folclórico, que son maestros ya, pues ya más grandes en edad, de que, you know, que han venido de México y dado cursos aquí. Pues yo ya tengo que, tenía 28 años bailando folclórico, so ha sido muy bendecida de que ha podido aprender de muchos de los maestros de México. Y pues yo digo, mi inspiración siempre viene de grupos de México, maestros de México. Se me hace muy difícil, no me pongo a estudiar grupos de aquí ni maestros de aquí porque pues es folclore mexicano, ¿no? Y hay que aprender de los de México. So, cuando pongo el estilo contemporáneo, pues ya es otra cosa. Estoy pues adaptando ya las cosas, ¿no? Eso es ya diferente. It would be great to know you and watch you dance in live. Oh my gosh, I do. I was just dancing in live, but you're always welcome to any of the shows, you know, if you're here in California. Have you been in Veracruz? Here, Universidad has a great teachers about folklorico. Okay, so yeah, Iván, si Dios quiere, julio, no sé si julio, ay, no me acuerdo bien de las fechas, pero se me hace que del 27 de julio hasta agosto 7, si Dios quiere, voy a estar en Veracruz para el congreso de IDMAC. Hay congreso, pues sí, de maestros de danza y difusión mexicana. Y pues ya, ahí pues sí, ya sé que la Universidad Veracruzana es una escuela muy, muy hermosa y tiene bailarines, wow, like super. Ya me ha tocado bailar con Erasto Oluarte. Fuimos a Dubai, hicimos una gira juntos cuando estaba en Compañía de Leyenda. So, si conoces a Erasto, allá estuvimos en Dubai juntos. Él es maestro ahí de la Universidad de Veracruzana. So, yeah, dance live. A ver si nos toca, Iván. It would be great. Yeah, if I get to dance allá en Veracruz por cualquier razón, aunque sea, you know, ahí nomás un conjunto que esté tocando y me pongo a bailar. So, yeah. Ahí les doy la información en cuanto sepa ya y tenga mi vuelo confirmado. What part of Veracruz will you be going to? Oh my gosh. I don't have the info right on me. I'll post it once I know. I mean, I do know. Well, it's in my notes. It's in my messages because I'm going to go accompany a maestra and she's the one that I can't think if I have it written down. It's probably in my, and I can't do it right now. I'm live. I'd have to go in and Messenger where she sent me all the details. But I think they've already announced it through the IDMAC, and I'll go ahead and post the flyer for it, and I'll even put it on TikTok. That way, you guys have the dates y también, you know, the location and everything. So. Yeah, that's exciting. I've never been to Veracruz. And I have big plans. You know, ahorita estamos bailando. Veracruz, tenemos cuadro nuevo. Tengo cuadro que estrenamos. El Balajú, el Canelo. Contemporáneo, mi tierra veracruzana. Y luego hicimos la rama para Navidad también. Y todo relajo con recoveco, que es una mixta de tradicional con contemporáneo, pero ahí está el cuadro. Y también, o sea, bailamos la bamba y bailamos todo en improvisado también cuando se necesita también, pues bailamos de todo, pero quiero aprender danzón y ya lo he puesto, ya lo he montado y puesto coreografía, pero lo quiero aprender bien, ahí mero de Veracruz. So a ver si se me hace. Yes, great blessing. I mean, I'm telling you, this friend that I have, Yolanda, she is my angel. Because of her, she's the one that, mi amiga Yolanda es la que pertenece al instituto y es la que me invita para que la cuide. I go and I'm kind of her guide, so her walking guide, and just to keep an eye on her, make sure she's okay, she doesn't fall, and but it's a wonderful time. She's amazing. I love her company. Thank you for keeping the culture alive. I try. I really do. I try. You know, some people have no idea. You know, it's amazing how many people you run into. They don't speak Spanish. They don't like. I have to honestly, I have to do some serious education with my dancers because even I'm just like, you don't know the states. What's Guerrero? I don't know what Guerrero is. Guerrero's a state from Mexico. Just simple things, that if you're in the culture, you should know the culture. And I just think that the youth is really, it's just, they don't have a clue anymore. I'm sorry to say. I love the dress that they made for Peanut. Oh, their little skirt, right? It was so cute, just like yours. She has her own little purple falda. What's the oldest student that you accept? There is no age like cap off, honestly. I used to have when Yolanda, my friend, she had her seniors group. I would go and I would quit choreography and teach them the skirt work and the steps because she was in a position to at the moment. So I was actually teaching senior citizens, and actually some of those seniors, they ended up going to where I was teaching in Moreno Valley, where I had my group, and we were able to incorporate them in a lot of the, with the kids, with the teens and everything. So I don't believe that there's an age cutoff. Like I said, I'm 48. When I was in Long Beach, I had dancers that were over 50 years old, and I think it's wonderful. I think that at any age I can choreograph something that is not too hard and not too stressful to learn for any age. So I welcome any age. Espero verte bailar ahí. Ay, espero poder bailar, si Dios quiere, porque ya sé que me han dicho que ahí en Veracruz pues hay que tener bien mucho cuidado, ¿no? Porque especialmente con los fandangos, y que sabe que porque como yo no soy de ahí, la crítica va a ser fea. Yo sé que va a decir, esta loca que está haciendo, así no se baila, pero pues yo me pongo a bailar nomás porque estoy tratando de bailar bien y bonito, nomás para disfrutarlo, ¿no? I don't know him, but I know Blanca Ramirez. Okay, I've heard of Blanca. I follow her. Clara Elena and Rodolfo Carrillo. Okay. Blanca, I've heard of Blanca, and I can't remember. I have to remember her face, pero sí conozco Blanca. If it's in EMAC, it's probably Jalapa. I think it might be Jalapa. It might be Jalapa. Yes, I think you're right. It's the EMAC, yes. Yeah, the IMMA. Es el Instituto... No, IDMAC, Instituto de Difusión de Danza, Música, Arte y Cultura. Orizaba, maybe. Orizaba. Mi esposo es de Veracruz. No, Orizaba, no. I think it's Jalapa. Mi esposo es de Veracruz. All right. Muchos piensan que yo soy de Veracruz. Dicen, eres veracruzana, eres jarocha. I'm like, no, pero pienso que aquí sí soy porque... mis raíces son de Michoacán y Jalisco, pero cuando bailo, me siento bien jarocha, la verdad. El corazón sí lo tengo bien jarocho. Guerrero's, I know. Yes, Guerrero's a state. I know. I'm just saying, some people don't know what all the states here in the United States. Not everybody knows what all the states are in Mexico. Pero yo me imagino que si voy a México también... Les digo, Indiana, van a decir, pues, ¿qué es Indiana? Porque no se saben también todos los estados, pues, hay que ponernos a estudiar y aprender, ¿no? Where do you teach? I notice you perform at areas close to me. I teach here in Carson, so that if you're in the area, well, it's next to Torrance, Long Beach, San Pedro, LA. We're right off the 110 freeway, off of Figueroa and Torrance Boulevard. You are welcome to, if you want to come by, just DM me on Instagram. I'll be more than happy. I can give you my number, the studio address. Tú solo disfruta. Pues sí, es lo que, como si estuviera en una fiesta, así me pongo a bailar, donde quiera que vaya. Y pues ya me han visto también en los videos. A ver, ponme la música, yo me pongo a bailar. I would try dancing, but my knees say... My knees are so messed up too. I have to wear knee braces for practice. Like in all my classes, cuando doy clases, yo me pongo oh my gosh, ¿cómo se dicen? How do you say knee braces in Spanish? I'm like, I can't even think. Anyways, rodilleras, así de esas para estabilizar la rodilla. Sí, para los ensayos sí, porque no quiero, desde que tuvo mi accidente hace como, ¿qué será? 3 años, que las 2 rodillas 2 años para poder recuperar. No, ahora sí me las cuido muy bien. My neighbor. Oh, if you're my neighbor, you should come visit. Neighbor, come take a class. Come check it out. I know La Bruja. All right. Is this in Houston? I'm in Carson. Rodilleras, sí, se me hace que sí dije rodilleras. Pero eso es de compresión. Para estabilizarlas, sí. So I got it right? All right, guys. Oh my God. I was only going to do an hour. And we're an hour and 40 minutes. So voy a poner para despedirme, porque si les prometí que íbamos a hacer todo completo. We'll try all the steps. All the steps with the music, and I'll put the bottle on my head. Remember, this is usually like a candle or a glass with water. Remember, the traditional is the original is the glass of water with the red carnation. Originalmente es el vaso de agua con el clavel rojo, y los hombres con botella de cerveza, the men with the bottle of beer. But then, remember, the adaptation happened with Amalia Hernandez. She adapted La Bruja with all women, and then the lit candle in the candle holder, the glass candle holder. So, yeah, just a little bit of recap for those of you who didn't see. Remember, La Bruja originated in Oaxaca. Was until 1954. It was recorded for the first time by a Son Jarocho group. So that's why, since it was recorded in Son Jarocho music, that's why we know it now as a Veracruz son, from Sotavento, the region of Sotavento, which is South Veracruz. So told me that this son is not for men. Traditionally, it's just for women. No, that's incorrect. That's incorrect. It's because, sí, es que a todos se les olvida. Todo lo que pasó después de Amalia Hernandez, it's like everybody forgot everything that was before Amalia, because Amalia presented it, obviously, with just women and with the candle. But yeah, you need to, you got to know your history. So we know it's not originally from Veracruz. It was from Oaxaca. It wasn't a son jarocho. It was just originally from Oaxaca. And then it was recorded as a son jarocho with the instrumentation from son jarocho, which we know that's son jarocho is from Veracruz. So now Bruja is, it's one of their landmark signature dances. And, well, now adapted without the men, but originally, yes, with the men, con las botellas de cerveza. And if you saw my Bruja, that's why I added the, my guy under my spell, because, yeah, there should be men in La Bruja. So that was my kind of like, okay, this is what men could be in La Bruja, and they should be. Who knows? You might have to wait and see what I do this year with La Bruja, because it's going to be crazy. It's not going to be anything like last year or the year before. Like, I'm going to change it up. It's not tradition. It's just a glass of water. Yes, a glass of water. And then there was a red clavel, a red carnation in it. And I do remember dancing it like that when I started. And then it turned into it. So, yes. Here we go. So we said, I'm doing a more contemporary Bruja. Okay, for the music, and we said we're going to use all the steps that we went over, so you can see skirt work, footwork, but you can choose whatever music, create your own combinations, your own choreography, and remember, don't ever do faldeo en Veracruz. Nunca hagan faldeo en Veracruz. Hay movimiento de falda, pero no se faldea. You don't move your skirt around like if it was Jalisco. Like, that's so bad. There's no, like... Yeah, don't do that. No hay que ondear la falda like ever in Veracruz. Unless you're doing, like I said, something completely contemporary where it's like, okay, interpretation, adaptation, not your original son jarocho. So let's see. Okay, we'll do this one. This is Dan Zanes with Lila Downs. Pero tiene you hear the horn in it? I think it's I don't know if it's a clarinet. No, not a clarinet. I'm not sure. Anyways, it's the same, but different, right? Okay, here we go. Not that one. Not that one. Ahí vamos. I'm going to end with this one, okay? Starting with cepillado sencillo. Flat heels. Vuelta. Flat heels. Switch. Turn. Carretillas, legs.
Me agarra la bruja, me lleva a su casa, me vuelve maceta y una calabaza. Me agarra la bruja, me lleva al cerrito, me vuelve maceta y un calabacito.
Single.
Dígame usted, ¿cuántas criaturitas se chuparon usted?
Right turn.
Ninguna, no ve.
Left turn.
Cuando en pretensiones
Carretilla o el remate de 3. Doubles.
Ahora sí, bendita bruja,
Vuelta.
ya te chupas de lo malo, ya te chupas de lo malo.
Vuelta.
Ahora sí, bendita bruja,
Heel.
ahora le vas a bailar
Vuelta.
con los colores del
And
cielo,
switch.
con un gatito que suena.
Vuelta.
Ahora sí vas a
Carretilla.
bailar, ay mamá. Escóndete, chepa, escóndete, Juana, que ahí anda la bruja debajo de la cama. Escóndete, chepa, escóndete, chelo, que ahí anda la bruja debajo del espejo.
Ay, dígame,
Vuelta with singles.
¿cuántas criaturitas se chuparon usted?
Switch sides. Cepillado sencillo.
No ve, cuando en pretensiones de chuparme a usted.
Doubles. Vuelta. Doubles. Vuelta.
Me agarra la bruja y me lleva a su casa.
Carretilla.
De maceta y una calabaza. Me agarra la bruja y me lleva al cerrito.
Carretilla.
Me vuelve maceta y un calabacito.
Singles.
Ay, dígame usted,
Singles.
criaturitas se
Vuelta.
chuparon usted.
Singles.
Ninguna
Vuelta.
no ve. Yo ando en pretensiones de chuparme a usted.
All right. That is it. All right, guys. Ahí está. Nomás usamos los pasos que aprendimos ahora. We only use the steps that we learned today, and I kind of jumbled them around. Ahí no les di diferentes combinaciones, pero nada fue con coreografía, todo improvisado. Everything was improvised, so you know what? All you need is a few basic steps and jot down your notes, create your choreography, and create your own dance. Find your favorite bruja. ¡Ay, qué bueno! Te puse a bailar. ¡Yay! De eso se trataba. Por eso les avisé. Para que se prepararan con sus zapatos y su falda. Pues ahí estuvo, ¿eh? A ver cuál va a ser la próxima. Porque sí, pues yo también me divertí, la verdad. Hay ciertos bailes que me piden mucho. Y la bruja es uno de los bailes. Yo digo que el número uno, el más ¿cómo se dice? El que ha habido más peticiones para este son de Veracruz. Para Jalisco, pues, ¿qué les puedo decir? El jarabe tapatío es el más popular. El que cada rato me piden pasos del jarabe, de Jalisco. Pero a ver cuál nos toca la próxima vez, all right? So yeah, guys, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, thank you. It was wonderful to chat with you guys. Those of you guys that were asking me about classes, los que estuvieron preguntando sobre las clases, DM me, Naya Arts, the top of my profile on TikTok. Click on in my bio, the link tree, and just go to Instagram and just DM me. Mándenme un mensaje si Dios quiere, les pueda, como se dice, ahí les puedo mandar, la información, el domicilio, mi número de teléfono para que nos podamos comunicar y les pueda dar información para cómo llegar, a qué horas y cuál nivel y todo. So fun, yeah. I had fun too. El jaquetón está muy alegre. Oh my God, sí. El jaquetón es curioso que el maestro donde estaba yo antes del grupo siempre se lo ponía a los hombres, pero la verdad me gustaba tanto bailarlo que tanto que yo lo pedía cada rato que sí, al último me tocó bailarlo ya como pareja, con una pareja pues, y porque sí me gustan mucho los pasos complicados de Veracruz. I love really complicated combinations from Veracruz, y como eran uno de los más complicados de los bailes que teníamos, pues me encantaba. I love el jaquetón. So, yes, let's see. All right, guys, genial. Qué bueno que lo bailaste. Muchas veces. Y todavía cuando tengo chance también me lo han pedido y ha improvisado en vivo. Por ahí tengo también mi mini coreografía también que subí. Saludos desde Jalapa, Veracruz. Espero verte, Iván, allá en julio, si Dios quiere. Ahí estamos al tanto. Ahí pongo información sobre el congreso. So, good night, guys. Good night. Buenas noches a todos. Y muchas gracias a todos. And thank you to everybody. All right, guys. Love you guys. Thank you.